Okay people, so we got some spoilers for the upcoming chapter of Dragon Ball Super chapter 67. Now of course y'all know this is going to be the aftermath of the battle against Moro, but I did catch at the very end of this, because I took a quick glance, I didn't really read through it like that, I just saw something at the end that I was like, oh boy, we got to talk about this, because as always these are the draft summaries of like the first 8 or 9 pages of the upcoming chapter 67, but yeah, there's something in there that I'm like, okay, we've got something out of this. So yeah, without further ado people, let's talk some Dragon Ball Super, the last chapter of 2020. Spoilers are here, let's go.
I say we gonna do what we do, no matter how you move, make your move. That's how it be though.
Okay, so Dragon Ball Super chapter 67 drafts summary. Title: a conclusion. And then the chapter, and then here we go. I don't know, I already got a feeling, but alright. The chapter opens with members of the Dragon team, including Kuririn, aka Krillin, Yamcha, and Gohan congratulating Goku for defeating Moro. Gohan is glad his dad is safe, and Piccolo and Vegeta watch from afar, the badasses of course. The scene shifts to people up at God's Palace, aka Kami's lookout, and then Planet Yardrat rejoicing as well. Very reminiscent of like the ending of Kid Buu. Vegeta suddenly asks Goku about the source of incredible power at the end there. Was it just his plot armor, stupidity, or what's going on here? But Goku doesn't know either, because he's an idiot. Don't forget, this is Dragon Ball Super Dumbass, saying that there are still some amazing guys on Earth after all. Angry, Vegeta keeps pressing him for answers, but Goku says he will understand when the time comes. Of course, they're referring to Oob, I'm imagining. Back at Oob's village, Dai Kaioshin thanks Oob for helping save the universe. Oob doesn't know what he's talking about and asks who he is. Dai Kaioshin just says he's sort of like a relative. Oob says that's not possible because they don't look alike. Dai Kaioshin bids farewell and flies off, leaving a surprised Oob who wonders if he was dreaming. No, my friend, that is not a dream. You are heading into the ending of Dragon Ball Z. That's what that is. Dai Kaioshin returns to God's Palace, where Dende politely gives his regards. Suddenly, Dai Kaioshin reverts back into Buu, and Mr. Satan is happy he's safe. Buu doesn't know what he's talking about though. It seems he lost his memories of being Dai Kaioshin. That sucks, because that was a very interesting thing that they gave to Buu, like, you know, him being connected. That's what made a lot of this Moro arc even more intriguing, the whole connections to that. Mr. Satan then offers up a big feast at his home in celebration and invites everyone to come. The scene moves to Satan's place with everyone eating and celebrating. Later, Goku teleports to New Namek to return Eska, and they use their Dragon Balls to revive everyone that was destroyed by Moro, redoing or undoing everything that was done. Okay, even the people of planet Zune are back to life. It seems everything is back to normal, except for a certain angel in training, which I take that ending as more than likely it means Mirus is completely irreversibly gone out of existence, dead. There's no way to bring him back. That is a casualty. Again, assuming that that's what it is, because this is only the first 9 pages of the chapter. Something else could come about. We could see Mirus at the, you know, place where the Grand Priest is at, so we don't know exactly, but more than likely that means that there was a casualty, and that was Mirus. But more than likely, at the very least, that means that there was some lasting damage, right? Like, since the Dragon Balls redid a lot of the carnage that was done via the hands of Moro, the deaths and whatnot, at the very least, with Mirus being gone, something actually came about from all of this, aside from of course like the training that Goku and Vegeta achieved. But yeah, now there was a couple of things, like seeing Mr. Satan or hearing about Mr. Satan in this chapter, and again, we're only 9 pages, there's plenty more of this chapter when we get the full spoilers and the full chapter and all that jazz. But I think that there was a missed opportunity, because they were doing a lot of things, right, that was like reminiscent of Kid Buu and all of that jazz in this arc that just passed or whatever. They should have did something with like Mr. Satan. You know how he was very helpful during the battle against Kid Buu, talking to the people of Earth and shit like that. I wish they would have found a way to have him relevant to this as well, alongside, you know, Dai Kaioshin using Buu's body. That would have been interesting. So that's something just like I thought of, like, oh, that's a missed opportunity for some comedy gold, because Mr. Satan is comedy gold. Oob clearly setting things up. To be honest with you, I don't know where things are going at this point, but I would love it, and I really hope this is the case. And there's no, right now, as of what we got so far, confirmation or anything like that, but with them showing Oob yet again, just how they showed him at the end, I want to say, of the Super Anime and stuff like that, them showing him again, maybe this could possibly mean that we're headed towards either the end of Z or even after that. I would love for there to be a mini time skip of sorts, and then it goes after the end of Z, in between that and GT, assuming that they're even going to continue with GT being in continuity of the actual story. I would love that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Again, there's something that we got out of this. If Miras is indeed dead, also, what is that going to mean? How is the Grand Priest going to react? What is the repercussions going to be for him meddling in affairs? Is it just like his life, or there's going to be more to it? Is he going to punish Beerus? Is he going to punish Reese? Like, there's a lot of variables here in terms of where this could go, but I would be really fine, and I honestly hope so, because it would make the stakes a lot higher if we move past the ending of Z, because if we're using, which at this point it's kind of clear that we're going to have the ending of Z happen at some given point, they're not going to ignore it like we thought they might have. I want to get past that point so it feels as though like some stakes can be higher. Characters can actually potentially die, aside from like a character that was just introduced, Miras, like, so that we can have higher stakes and not feel like, well, we know how everybody is going to end up at the ending of Z. We know everybody's alive. We know who's there and whatnot. So yeah, like, that's where I'm hoping we go with this. Again, as of right now, the biggest thing we got out of these spoilers so far is Miras is seemingly dead and the Dragon Balls didn't reverse that. But yeah, I'm curious what you guys want out of this. What did you think about these spoilers so far? Again, it was mostly aftermath stuff, Vegeta talking crap, you know, a revival, a reversal of a lot of the shit that happened, which, hey, is par for the course. You knew Dragon Ball from episode 1 of Dragon Ball that these balls can reverse so many things. So yeah, I'm not upset about any of that. And again, I'm happy that they're actually having some consequences, assuming that the Miras thing stays that way. But I'm hoping with them putting importance on Oob and stuff like that, that we can move past the ending of Z and really feel like the stakes are high for these battles and whatnot, because then we won't know who's alive, who's dead, or anything like that, because we'll be past that benchmark of the story. And also, it would just make way for so many other things, like, hey, Goten and Trunks getting older, and a lot of different things. And again, I'm kind of diving off of the spoilers we got, because there wasn't too much really to grasp from there, again, other than the Miras situation. So yeah, your thoughts on that, and I'm looking forward to getting the full-on spoilers in the final chapter of Dragon Ball Super in 2020. Where do we go from here? If Miras is one of the big factors and whatnot, I'm imagining the Angels and the Grand Priest and all that is going to be a big key element moving forward into this chapter and beyond in 2021 Dragon Ball Super. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace and damn, looks like we actually had a true casualty of this battle against Moro. Just gotta wait and see if it's going to stick with Miras.
It's nights like this, and times like this, that I can give another hit. But I've got this inside a switch, a natural bliss, but that I miss.